December the 21st of the year 2012. In about 2 years, they say that many cultures, ancient cultures, predict that we are ending as a world. The Magians, the Incas, the ancient Chinese, Nostradamus, and many others apparently coincide. The end of the world. We have been living in a careless way, creating great lengths of pollution, oil spillages that pollute not only the seas but the beaches and kill everything that they touch. Garbage that is thrown out and that has formed so far a literal island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Places like China, where the sun is barely visible because of all the pollution. That in turn has created global warming, a climate destabilization where we're seeing changes, droughts. The surface of the earth is losing ozone, the ozone layer, and the Antarctic and the Arctic poles are decreasing in their quantity of ice. That has created in turn natural disasters, such as the tsunami in 2004, and apparently ever increasing storms and all kinds of these disasters. We have also economic disasters, like that of 2008 2009, where the world stood at the brink of complete disaster. Ecological disasters, such as in Brazil and Africa, where millions of people are left without food. Earthquakes. The earthquake season has been apparently stronger than ever. In the period of 2009 and so far this year, 2010, we have had several major earthquakes, rendering hundreds of thousands of people dead, millions of homeless, incurable diseases. With all our technology, our doctors are still incapable of curing diseases. The world starvation. We look now at the little boy who just faltered trying to reach a feeding center. He is in Sudan. We don't know if the vulture had its way with him, but we know for sure that there are hundreds, literally, of these young kids that are devoured by wild animals in Africa and other places. We also face family disintegration, not only by divorce, but by the nature of the company that we seek nowadays. Due to the desire of someone that simply desires to join him or herself with the same sex relation, denying the possibility of reproduction of boys and girls. What gives? What is the future of mankind if there are not to be any newborn? We need a woman and a man to produce a newborn. And that in turn has led us into the killing of the most defenseless of all beings. A little human which is himself or herself a complete person, which is resting in the safest place on earth, that is the uterus of the mother. And it is this very mother who heartlessly hires an assassin to kill her baby piece by piece. No one can speak for him. Hatred, dehumanization. The 20th century brought us the nuclear bomb. It also brought us Auschwitz and the Nazi concentration camps, where literally millions of people died. Men, women, children, only because they were of a certain ethnic group. Where is the end to this hatred? And it is not only located in the Nazi time. We have that currently in places in Africa. And it happened again in Yugoslavia not long ago. But what do our history tell us about our world? Some 60 years ago, some 60 million years ago, a meteorite struck the Earth and thus came to an end the dinosaur era. 60 million years ago. Down further before that, several million years before, we had a volcanic era where all the world was covered with volcanoes. And the water was presumably as vapor, not as liquid in the oceans as we see now. We actually have a world cycle. As much as we see this phenomena as El Niño with its rains and storms and droughts that seem to be killing the planet, it was only about 40,000 years ago that we have our last ice age. But the real end, the one that really frightens us, is yours and mine. Your death and my death. That is what really brings terror to our heart. Have you thought about it? Are we completely hopeless? Is our life just a chance to live once and then rot in the tomb? Is that all there is? Really? Can we know the truth? You bet. First, nobody likes to be fooled. Nobody likes to be lied to. We might enjoy lying to someone, but we certainly do not like to be lied to us. That's natural. Our senses tell us the truth of our world. They do not lie. Our eyes see the light and the forms. Our nose smells. Our tongue tastes, and we can touch and feel on our skin. That senses bring us the truth. And when we free our intelligence of twisted passions, we are quite capable of finding the truth. Of course, if we are seeking something, then we might not come to the conclusion of the truth. We want to force our thinking. But if we let our intelligence guide us, it will lead us invariably to the truth. For it is as certain as our senses, when it is, as we said, free of twisted passions. What is a human being? It is true that we have a body. It is true that our brain's functions allow us to think, and it is certain that we have a soul, a vital energy that is spiritual. That which makes all the difference between a living person and a corpse. What makes the difference between a man that is just breathing, smiling, and living, and the same person with the same heart, the same brain, the same exact weight, but dead? Is the soul. A human being is the body and soul in a single unity. In a person, it is evident that we have flesh and bones, that when dead decompose. Our soul is not flesh. It does not rot. It is eternal, for it is simple. What is evident? How is a person made? flesh by flesh. It is just a biological fact. But the soul, who made it? Certainly not the flesh. Find the answer before the game is up. What game is this? Your life and mine. I give you a clue to look for in Creator, which is the next little film that is just made for you.